Lorenzo, you are live, you are live.
Good morning, everybody. It is just amazing to be back underwater with you all. We do apologise, we did not get that second dive yesterday, but here we are. I am back in the water. So quick introductions, it's Lauren, your underwater biologist. We have the handsome Hungarian Emil on camera. And we also have a very handsome Australian on the surface, Pat. So together, all of us are going to give you another fantastic dive. Now, I do believe I have a surprise for you up here, so I'm just going to give you some stats. I am at 15 meters just now. It is early in the morning at Casarina Point, and we're just going to travel over this reef, and hopefully we can show you a resident that you all know, but we know you all love. So, say hello, Pat.
Yes, welcome everybody, and don't forget, if you have any questions relating to what we're seeing today, please send them in. If you're on Twitter, use that hashtag diveLIVE so we can see it and answer in real time.
So we did see this individual on the way, and yep, she's still here. It's becoming a frequent sighting these days, but I do believe we have shark bait, the hawksbill turtle up ahead, surrounded by both French angelfish and queen angelfish and rock beauties munching on a huge sponge. Wow.
This is great. So, Lauren, do you know that this sponge is the exact same one that we found shark bait munching on yesterday?
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah.
They seem to love it. I think it's a barrel sponge, and it's obviously been completely torn apart. I can count 2 queen angelfish, 2 French, obviously shark bait herself, a rock beauty, and there's damselfish all just going at the sponge. I mean, obviously I don't think the damselfish are eating it, but they're acting very territorial over it. So I'm just so happy to see shark bait. It's been a while since I've been in the water with you all. And we do see turtles a lot, but we're more than happy to answer your questions on them. They are one of my favourite animals in the ocean. And I just can't believe how productive this sponge is. Let's take a closer look at the sponge meal, because shark bait seems to have left. I wonder... Oh wow, can you see how much of that sponge is being eaten already?
Yeah, we can see those massive white patches there. That's all scarring from being just chomped on by angelfish and turtles.
It's crazy.
So I'm assuming it must be because the tissue is being broken down by the turtles, so the angelfish might find it a little bit easier to eat?
I don't know, but these angelfish, they're obviously a mated pair, they're really sort of defending it. Shark bait has left. We are going to go follow her before we lose sight of her. She's just up here, so we can go and say hello. But I'm not sure why this sponge. It doesn't look particularly delicious to me. And I'm hungry, I've not had my breakfast yet. But going back to shark bait, she is an adult female hawksbill turtle. And we do see her regularly, and we did see her just yesterday. But what this is starting to show us is that because she's an adult, she's definitely sexually mature, is that this reef is obviously her foraging grounds. It is her sort of, and I loosely use this word, territory. So this is her area, and she most likely will just stay on this reef. It is a very long reef, but in the Casarina Point area, for the remainder of her life until she needs to go and mate. And she most likely will come back and keep returning here. So this has given us such valuable information to keep seeing shark bait like this.
Yeah. Lauren, so we have a question here from Betty B. She wants to know, will that sponge ever recover?
Well, that is interesting. Yes, they should continue to keep growing. But obviously, if it is so delicious as it appears to be, And these animals keep going for it every day, then it's obviously not going to get the chance to recover. But generally speaking, the sponge should continue to grow.
And another question here from Rebecca. She wants to know, how big is shark bait in comparison to a human? So maybe if you can get a little two-shot, if that's possible, Lauren, or just describe.
I don't want to scare her too much, but I'm going to just try and come on beside her, not too close, and you can see her size compared to mine. She is full-grown for a hawksbill. Hawksbills generally aren't the biggest of all turtles. They're quite small, but she is big for a hawksbill. Hey, cutie pie.
Oh, this is a wonderful shot.
Hey. I've got this theory that turtles actually can recognize people. They do have really good senses. They do have good memories. So I have this theory that if I always wave at them, they'll recognize me. I have no foundation or scientific backup for that. But yes, that's what I believe.
Yeah, well, we do see shark bait quite a bit, so we do hope that he thinks that we're his mate, or her mate, sorry.
Yeah, I did the same thing in Maldives, and I hope it works. So yeah, I would say shark bait's carapace, and carapace means shell. So from the top of the shell to the bottom is around that 60 centimeters mark, probably 65, possibly even 70 centimeters. And her whole body, including the head and the beak and that little tiny tail, would probably be around 90 centimeters, so just under that 1 meter 3 feet mark. And she's slowly coming back to this area with the sponge. And the angelfish are coming up to say hello. This is amazing, Pat.
It is. It's incredible how, they must all just gather around this sponge. It must be, I don't know what it is about this sponge, but it just must be a favourite.
Yeah, I'm going to hang back just a little bit, because I think when they're eating, it's better not to disturb them too much. And let's just watch them make it. There's another turtle in the background.
Oh, great. Oh, yeah, we can see that. I wonder if that's Gretchen again.
Imagine if it is. And actually, I did watch back yesterday's dive, and it was sharkbait that attacked Gretchen. So sharkbait is the feisty one. I wonder who this one is.
So just a little recap on yesterday. We had sharkbait and Gretchen at this exact sponge.
Let's check out who the other one is, Emil. Sorry, Pat.
That's all right. We had sharkbait and Gretchen at this sponge, and sharkbait didn't like the Gretchen being there, so he actually gave her a little headbutt on the shell.
Yeah, it was an amazing dive. I just want to go and check out who this turtle is, because it's not coming too close. It's definitely a hawksbill, but the visibility is not so great today, so let's see if we can get a close look, and let's see if you can all guess.
Yeah, we'll hand it over to everyone to have a guess at who this one is. Looks like she's coming up a bit closer, which is good.
I'm not 100%. I can only see her left side of her faces now. I'm hoping to get a little look at the right. Have you got that database there, Pat?
Yes, so I'm just getting that one up now.
Yes, I do believe I know who it is. Isn't this just it?
Yeah, I think I know also. Let me just check if anyone's had a guess here.
Yeah, well, let people guess. So this is our second one, and she is in the area of this juicy sponge, but she hasn't actually approached it yet. Sharkbait's left. The dynamics of these turtles are just amazing. And we did touch on this yesterday, but turtles are solitary, you know, they really do not interact with one another. There's a lot of animals in the ocean and on the reef that maybe sort of, you know, spend time together in schools or shoals or mated pairs. Turtles are not like that. And these two hawksbills are both females. The males tend to live deeper in a more open water environment. So these two, if they meet, they will either ignore each other like they have just done, or they will clash. They will have a little fight like they did yesterday, which is sort of a territorial dispute, most likely over the sponge. So yeah, this sponge must have a lot going for it. So Pat, let's tell everyone who the turtle is.
Alright, so Love Dogs did get it right. It is. Oh wait, hang on. I'm second guessing myself now. Hang on.
Are you double checking?
Yeah. I'm second guessing now because I thought it was Gretchen, but it may not be. Hang on a second.
Oh, okay. Gretchen was definitely who I thought it was, but yeah, let's double check. Sharkbait's gone to the surface. I can see her up there on the surface. Oh, and she's coming in for the spine. Oh my goodness. Have you managed to figure out who it is, Pat?
Well, I mean, the scoots do look very similar to Gretchen's. There's just a couple of little scoots that don't quite match up here.
Okay. Well, I'll let you take your time. So for those of you who maybe don't know, we do identify our individual turtles, and it's such a useful tool. Even though it's a very small scale sort of project, it does give you an indication of the turtle's life cycle, habits, habitats, and we're starting to get to know these animals, and we're starting to understand their foraging grounds, possibly how old they are, their interactions. So it gives us a little bit of information, and turtles, especially hawksbills, are endangered. They're actually critically endangered, this species. So it is important that we just learn a little bit more about them and how we can protect them. So these angelfish are obviously not bothered by this turtle's presence at all. They most likely are a mated pair, and one is much bigger than the other. So one, I would say, is fully grown, probably between 55 to 60 centimetres, and the other one is slightly smaller, maybe around 40 centimetres. Pat might have to do the inches conversion there.
Yeah, so that's a little bit over 10 inches, 10 to 15 inches. So, Love Dogs was right, and it was Gretchen, so sorry there. I just had to, double check to make sure, but yeah, definitely Gretchen.
Yeah, not a problem. We don't want to get it wrong. We have made a few mistakes in the past, so it is important that you take your time. So nice work, Pat. So this is an exact replica of yesterday, which we did not expect. It seems to be that Sharkbait and Gretchen, who are most likely very similar sizes, very similar ages, are sort of both trying to get at the sponge. It is obviously breakfast time, it's the morning, they're hungry, and they're both coming for this exact sponge.
And it's great now, we can actually see why the angelfish are hanging around. So the little bits of crumbs, I suppose you could say, they are actually picking them off as Gretchen is biting them. So what she's releasing from the sponge, the angelfish are feeding on.
I'm just amazed by this all. I never get bored of this. And one thing we must remember is that turtles look really cumbersome, really clumsy, a bit funny to look at, but they're actually very well adapted to their environment in the ocean. Their senses, their 5 senses, are incredible. So their eyesight is unbelievable underwater, and it's also almost perfect above water on land too. Slightly short-sighted, but really good. If you think of our eyes, we can see well underwater, even if we're wearing glasses or contacts. Above water, sorry, but underwater we cannot see at all unless we're wearing a mask. So not only are their eyes good, but they can hear from very, very, very long distances. So both Sharkbait and Gretchen here probably heard us coming long before we even spotted them. And they're probably thinking, oh, these guys again. Their sense of smell, they do have nostrils. Emil might be able to get a look at those nostrils when it stops eating. But their sense of smell is so incredible that they will be able to smell the sponge way before they see it. Shark bait is hovering over here. She obviously wants to come back to the sponge, but it's occupied. So yeah, their senses are just incredible, and there is evidence that they can actually sense the Earth's magnetic fields. So it's not been scientifically proven, but they do believe that they have almost like an internal compass to read the magnetic fields of the Earth. So these turtles are pretty well adapted along the lines of evolution, and that's how they've survived so long. They're equipped with all the senses that they need, and obviously it's all for the sponges. It seems to all be about sponges, which is one of the most inedible, full of toxins source of food that they could actually find down here. And Gretchen's really going for it.
And just while we're on turtle food, Charlie wants to know, do turtles eat corals?
No, they don't. Different species, there are 7 different species globally. They do eat different things. For example, the green turtle is a herbivore, only eating algae. The leatherback loves to eat the jellyfish, so they do eat different things. But corals, no. I'm just keeping my eye out for shark bait as well.
And Spess wants to know, what percentage of hawksbill's diet is sponges?
Oh, I would say almost 100, between 95 and 100%. They're always eating sponges. And they actually say that one individual can eat about 1,000 pounds, or 450 kilograms, of sponges per year. Whenever I've seen a hawksbill, it's always eating a sponge. And the contents in their stomach is over 50% of just these glass spicules that comes from sponges, which sounds so unappealing to me, but it's obviously very appealing to them. So yeah, their stomachs have been analysed, and it's mostly sponges. There is little organisms that live within sponges, so I'm sure they do accidentally eat them from time to time, but yeah, mostly sponge.
Thanks for that, Lauren. And are you ready for a few more turtle questions?
Absolutely.
So, Jenny wants to know, how do sea turtles hold their breath for so long?
Well, that is a really good question. So they are adapted for holding their breath. So obviously the likes of us, we are not adapted for being in the ocean or holding our breaths at long periods of time. So they do go up to the surface to breathe air. They do have lungs, and they're able to fill their lungs and come back down, and that is actually how they control their buoyancy. But when they're filling up their lungs, they're able to exchange a huge amount of gas per breath. Now they can do it, I think it's around 60% gas exchange, whereas if you compare that to humans, we only do around a meager 10%. So they're just better at what they do for this environment. So once they've got all the oxygen in their lungs, they're able to come down and they can breathe anaerobically. So that means instead of using oxygen, they can use sugars. Now this may not sound so good, it maybe doesn't give them so much energy, which is why they never swim so fast, but it has lots of benefits. And their muscles and the blood is designed so that the blood will always go to the important organs and it will shut off the non-important organs. So you can see here, Gretchen is on her way up to the surface for a breath. I wonder if she will come back down for the sponge. So she does need to go up. She obviously feels that her oxygen supply is getting low. She needs to go to the surface and top that up. But they have many different adaptations for this lifestyle. So good question.
Yeah,
Heartbeat's coming back.
Oh, great. So that was a good question and a really great answer. Thanks for that, Lauren. So we've got another question here from Proud Cat Mama. She wants to know, how do turtles mate with such big shells?
Yes. If you ever do get the chance to witness this, it is a very awkward procedure to watch, if you like. So it's very aggressive. So it's not just 2 turtles, I'm afraid. It'll be 1 female and many, many, many different males all competing. And it can be very aggressive. They will bite each other with the sharp beak that they have. And they also have claws on their flippers, which they hook onto one another. So normally this happens at the surface. And the male will come on top of the female. Now his tail is much longer and he is able to insert this into the female, and that is how the mating works. But you're right, it's very awkward. So sometimes if you're going past on the boat, you're able to see 2 turtles at the surface, but underneath there may be many, many males also waiting to get their chance. And sharkbait has came back to the sponge. I can't believe this. I wonder what Gretchen's coming down too.
This is incredible.
I can't stop laughing. So yes, an amazing thing about turtles is they're actually able to store sperm from different males inside them in different oviducts. Oh. Sorry, I was just waiting to see what happened there. I think they're going to fight.
Yeah, it looks
Sharkbait
like
does not
it.
like Gretchen. Wow. I'm almost holding my breath. I need to remember, don't do that. Yep, I do believe these turtles are very familiar with one another, and sharkbait is the more aggressive one. I wonder if they will both eat the sponge at the same time.
Yeah. Gretchen's looking a bit cautious there.
Very, very cautious. This is just... I know we did see something similar yesterday, but this is very, very amazing for me to be right next to this. Sharkbait is eyeballing Gretchen. Yeah, Gretchen doesn't seem so keen. She does want the sponge, but she's not too keen to come near Missy Sharkbait.
Yeah, old Grumpy.
All we need now is a 3rd turtle to come in.
That would be ideal.
We've not seen Patch in a while.
Yeah, no, we haven't actually. Patch was once a regular here. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. What's happened to Patch?
So sorry, I was saying, turtles are very promiscuous. They will mate with many different males and store that sperm. And then when it does come to fertilizing their eggs, at that time when they're ready, they can actually choose which sperm they want to utilize. So it's an incredible mode for survival.
So, Gail, no, neither Lauren or I are locals to the Caymans. Lauren is from Scotland and I am from Australia.
Yes, not locals, unfortunately. We came a long way to be here. So they're both just circling. Gretchen is obviously very hungry. She obviously can smell how wonderful the sponge is, but she is very scared to approach Gretchen. So it's fantastic, sharkbait, sorry. It's fantastic that we can see this, because it does show you how the turtles do not interact. They won't both just eat the sponge in harmony together. And there are a lot of projects around the world that do keep baby hatchlings. And the aim is to wait till they grow, till they get bigger and stronger and their shells become much harder. But unfortunately, keeping turtles together is just not an option. They really, really are completely on their own from the minute they get out their nest and start their crawl down the beach. So Gretchen appears to have found something else to eat. I'm not sure what it is.
She's settled for second best, I think.
Yeah, she's too scared of sharks.
Oh, we can see that there's a spiny lobster there as well. Not enjoying the presence of Gretchen at all.
Yeah, I can see us trying to fight Gretchen with the antennas. Oh, this is incredible. So Gretchen has obviously found something else. I imagine it would be a sponge, but I'm not quite able to see what it is. And as Pat mentioned, there's a lobster down there who is using those big antennas to say to her, get away! She's really not having much luck at all this morning.
No. So that is the spiny lobster's real only method of defense, is those antennae that can stick out to kind of prod things away from it.
Yeah, are you getting a good view of it? I'm not sure what you can see right now because there's so much happening in front of me.
Yeah, no, Emil's getting great shots of all of this. It's,
oh, perfect.
It's been beautiful.
So the spiny lobsters, let's talk about them for a little bit. There is probably a male hiding in his den because of the size of him, but it could be a female. And like Pat mentioned, they use these huge, big, long antennas for fighting and defense. So they extend quite long, way past the entrance to this little den. And that is how they sort of, oh, it just also hit the angelfish. And that is how they sort of defend themselves. But underneath they have sort of two smaller antennas called antennas, and this is their sensory organ. They have chemoreceptors on there, and they can have up to 400 different types. And basically lobsters smell their way through the ocean. These guys don't have such good eyesight, not like the turtles, and they heavily rely on their sense of smell to find food, to find mates, and to navigate their way through the ocean. How weird is this? So the French angelfish have now left shark bait, and they've came to sort of find out what Gretchen's eating and annoy her.
Yeah, so they are being very pesky, these little French angelfish. And, where are we here? So
happy to answer questions about anything that's happening right now.
Yeah, before we delve into some more questions, Proud Cat Mum is being a good dive buddy and just asking for an air check.
Oh, sure. I have 120 bar, so 120, and I'm literally just sitting behind Emil, just peeking over his shoulder, watching everything that's happening in front of me. But I am happy to answer your questions on literally anything that we can see, because there's so much going on. But just an update, Sharkbait has left the building. Oh, no, is this also Sharkbait, or is this a different turtle?
Oh, wouldn't it be great if we had a third?
It possibly is Sharkbait, just in a big circle. But we will check. Hawksbills do all look very similar from a distance. Oh my goodness, Stingray!
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, wow. Wow. So this is awesome to see a stingray on the actual reef. Generally they are on the sand.
Yeah, this one's huge.
Lucky
oh, and guess
Lord.
what's above it, Pat? Can you see it?
Yes, we can. A black barjack. Would you have guessed?
Would you have guessed? Yeah, so this is a southern stingray. And like Pat said, it's really unusual to see them hovering above the corals like this. They are normally on the sand, so this one is obviously currently traveling. Who knows where they're going? And oh, it's going to bump into the turtle. Oh! There's so much excitement!
What a dive!
Oh, so that turtle was shark bait, just to confirm, and this stingray is on a mission. It's most likely heading to the sandy bottom, probably for breakfast. This is me and shark bait just hanging out, watching the stingray here. And the stingray's heading right for the sand. Would you look at that?
Well, there we go. So it'll be off in search of some food. They do have very sensitive undersides of their body that they will scour the sand with in search of little crustaceans and mollusks.
Yeah. I feel like we've got a little bit of a bond here. We were just watching that stingray together. So I think Sharkbait is the boss of them all.
Yeah, and just on that, Lauren, Love Dogs wanted to know who was bigger out of Sharkbait or Gretchen.
Who do I like better?
No, who's bigger?
Oh, sorry.
Not getting you to play favourites.
Sharkbait is slightly bigger. They're very, very similar, but definitely Sharkbait's just a little bit bigger, which could possibly be the reason that Gretchen is a little bit scared of her. She does seem to be more aggressive, not with me of course, we're friends, but with Gretchen she does seem to really go in and bite. And hawksbills have this really sharp overbite beak, which is designed for attacking sponges and getting right in there. So it's obviously if they bite each other, I can imagine it's probably quite painful. So yeah, that's an awesome question that I initially got wrong, but I would say that Sharkbait is just marginally bigger. So the Stingray is still there. Shall we try and go a little bit closer, Emil? Is it possible?
Yeah.
I have Gretchen behind me, Sharkbait below me, and the Stingray right ahead of me, so it's tough choices here.
Lucky Lauren.
Well, I've not been in the water for so long, so everyone's coming to say hi.
Yeah, they've all missed you down here, I think.
Oh, miss being here. Yep, so I can see the Stingray's definitely feeding. It seems to be in a sort of feeding frenzy. The barjack is not leaving it alone as usual. And it's basically what the Stingray is doing with its sort of wings, if you like, those flexible cartilage wings. It's just swimming right on top of the sand, and it's using its special electroreceptor to find food. It looks like it might have found something. And its eyes, as you can see, are on the top of its head, so it can't visually see for food. It has to use these very special sensory receptors called ampullae of Lorenzini, which also is what sharks use, and it's basically trying to sense mollusks and crustaceans that are hidden in the sand for its breakfast. Now this is a southern stingray, and it's part of the whiptail family of stingrays, and this is definitely an adult. And I cannot see any claspers, which is the male reproductive organ. So this is definitely a female southern stingray. With that annoying barjack, I couldn't imagine eating all my meals with a barjack annoying me all the time.
Well, sometimes I'm sitting over your shoulder looking for some of it. So we actually have a question about the barjack from Take Care. He wants to know, does it actually physically attach itself to the stingray?
No, not at all. It is a fish. It's in the Jack Trevally family grouping. It's in one of the most predatory groups of fish, so they're very specialised for predation. But what we've witnessed here is because they are opportunistic feeders, they tend to just hang around other animals and make the most of their feedings and their findings to get their meals. So even though they're designed like the biggest predators of the ocean are, with that forked tail and streamlined body, they really don't tend to make the most of it. They tend to... Sorry, this stingray is swimming right towards me. Seems completely unaffected by my presence here. Yes, so no, they don't attach. Hey there, Mrs. Stingray. Good morning.
Oh, very nice shot there. So, Proud Cat Mama was asking, how long can stingrays live for?
That's a good question, and I do believe it's around like 25 to 30 years.
Yeah, I have read in the wild it's 13 to 18 years, but yeah, it could be more.
Yeah, a lot of the studies are mainly based on captivity, and that's the problem. It's very difficult to get information on animals in the wild, so a lot of the facts that are out there are based on captivity, which is not an accurate representation of the real ocean environment.
And Take Care's got a good question. What's the difference between cartilage and bone?
Oh, that's a really good one. So, both sharks and stingrays, their entire skeleton is made from cartilage, which is this funny material at the end of our nose and our ears. And they don't have any bone at all. So cartilage is much less dense than bone. It's not as heavy. It's not as dense. So they're lighter. So they can sort of move much easier. It's a much more flexible material. So if you look at the stingray, look at the way it's moving its wings in a sort of really undulating, fascinating manner. It would not be able to do that if it was made from bone. So it's lighter, it's more flexible, and it's more resistant to disease. So there's a lot of benefits of having a cartilage skeleton compared to bone for both stingrays and sharks. This stingray is literally just barely a meter away from me, maybe even half a meter. It seems completely unfazed by my presence, and it's really just looking for some food.
Yeah, it's essentially just like a metal detector for food here, this stingray. It's even got a similar shape, and we can see that barjack is really wanting to stir something up. It's looking a bit frustrated now.
Yeah, and stingrays are very iconic in Grand Cayman. They're really important here for tourism, and it's mainly the southern stingray species that you get. I haven't actually witnessed any other species, and they are pretty average in size. So the maximum length being recorded is 1.5 meters, which is probably around 5 feet.
Yes.
Thank you. And yeah, but they're normally around 80 to 90 centimeters, so just under the 3 feet mark. So they really don't grow that long from nose to tail. And they don't grow that big in terms of mass either. They're quite light, thin stingrays, whereas you can get much, much bigger species that will weigh a lot. So the southern stingray is a much smaller species. I can't believe everything that we've seen happening today.
This has been an amazing dive, and a lot of people watching along also agree. We've had some people saying that it's the best dive they've seen so far, so well done, Lauren.
Wow, I'm happy to hear that. And please do send in your questions. I've got 100 bar, so you know that we ended dives at 50, and I'm happy to talk about turtles, stingrays, lobsters, even barjacks, and of course angelfish.
So it looks like it's found some food now and maybe tenting.
Yeah, tenting is this amazing technique. They actually have kind of two techniques. One that it's doing the snout is sort of like flapping its... Oh, yeah, definitely got some food there. It's sort of flapping its wings, if you like, to make a mess of the sand, which will disturb all the little organisms living inside. And second is tenting, like Pat just mentioned, where they use that flat cartilaginous body. Oh, did you see what just happened there?
No, I didn't. Sorry, what happened?
The stingray went very close to a tilefish nest, and the tilefish just came out of nowhere and basically told the stingray to go away. And he listened.
Wow, that's the first time I've ever seen a tilefish actually act aggressively towards something near its nest.
Yeah, it really did, and the stingray listened and went away. So yeah, the tenting is where they just put their head and their wings forcefully down on the ocean floor, but they pull their the main body of their head up, and this creates a tent shape, and then they will use a suction force from their mouth, which will draw in all the organisms into their mouth. So if it were me, I'm going to be tensing right next to this conch shell.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
I know, I don't quite know how I'm going to do it. So, the stingray lies flat on the ground like this, and then it sucks its body up and sucks everything into the mouth. Was that good?
Yeah, that was great.
And it's a really, really good technique for just drawing in everything that is around this area. So, the stingray has swam off. The turtles have swum off, but we are going to head in this direction and see what we can find. So if there's any questions there, Pat, please feel free to ask them.
Yeah, well, we do have one from an Australian friend, Kieran. It's actually about our camera setup. He wants to know, do we run strobes on our camera?
Oh, if only Emil could talk.
Yeah,
we do have
yeah.
a light. Yeah, so Emil is our
just a light.
cameraman who's holding the camera with both his hands, yet he's still able to look after me, look after exactly what you guys are getting to see, and the reef around them. He's the one that spots everything. But yes, we have one light on the camera. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, and so we now have another stingray question. Proud Cat Mama wants to know, how do you treat a stingray sting?
Ooh, well, I have actually been present when a friend of mine was just walking to the shore with her dive goodies on, very similar goodies to these ones, and she accidentally stepped on a stingray. She did not mean it, she did not see it. The juveniles tend to stay really close to shore and bury themselves in the sand, and the sting went into her spook foot. Emil sees something. I'm not sure what it is yet.
Oh, a barracuda.
Oh, I see. I can't even see that yet. Oh, right. There you go. Yeah, so it's just resting. We'll get you a good look at this barracuda. So the stingray sting, the main way to treat it is to put the injured area, so say for example the foot, into extremely hot water. As hot as you can withstand it, boiling if you can stand it. And what this does is it draws out all the venom. So all the venom that has gone into that area will be pulled out from that hot water, and that is really the best way to treat it. And then of course once you finish that procedure, you would probably need to go to a hospital for some medical attention.
So we can see this barracuda is staying extremely still, and this is actually one of their, they will usually do this for two reasons. Firstly, it may be because they want to be cleaned, but I can't seem to see any cleaning fish on it. No.
Yeah, I'm quite far behind, but I definitely don't see any cleaners.
Yeah, and another reason they do this is because they are actually ambush predators, so they will tend to stick to somewhere where they can camouflage. This gorgonian may not be the best spot for it, but sometimes it's behind corals or rocks, and they will stay very, very still and wait for something to come past unsuspecting, and then they'll use their very quick burst of speeds to catch their prey.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Pat. It's not kind of the best area of disguise for this little guy. I didn't spot him straight away, but he's not exactly blending into that gorgonian.
No.
But still, he is just lying and waiting, like Pat mentioned, just hovering above the gorgonian there.
We have a question here from CJ asking about the little fountains, she calls them, or mountains of sand. She wants to know how are they made.
Most of the ones that we see here are from the lugworm, which is a species of worm. We never actually see the worm itself, but that is what creates these mounds. And if it has been produced by the lugworm, then you will see a very little small hole on top. And then you know that that is how it's been produced. Some burrowing animals do sort of move the sand around, which can create small little mounds, but the bigger sort of pyramid things that you can see are created by the lugworm. And this fish that I hope you can all see is the one that absolutely chased away that stingray. So this tilefish is obviously fearless, and they were protecting their nest. So she is currently sitting on top of quite a mound of sand, which has obviously been moved when she's been making her nest. Now they look like quite harmful fish, but instead they're really creative. They're able to make these huge nests out of sand rubble using their mouth. So just piece by piece, they just transport broken bits of coral, rubble, little bits of stones over to their nest, and they create what looks like these really strange areas of broken down coral. And it's all been created by this little guy here.
Yeah, what a little artist that fella is. And they are quite beautiful fish. They're very cigar-shaped and cylindrical. They almost look like an eel with those undulating top and bottom fins, or dorsal and ventral fins. And if we get close up, we can see that they actually have little intricate markings around their eyes and face, which I think look incredible.
Yeah, so this is actually the sand tilefish. And if you just have a look above her nest, you can see there's the bi-coloured damselfish. There's a lot of them. Huge range of sizes. So they're obviously using the nest as protection. There's some tobacco fish roaming around and some wrasse. So there's other fish around here that have actually taken advantage of this tilefish nest, and they're obviously using that for their own protection. I'm just trying to see if we can see any other species in there. There is one over here, Emil. Can you see that small yellow one? It looks like a tilefish, but it's swimming off. I would want to see if you can identify this one, Pat.
Yeah, I'll get the book out. I did catch a quick glimpse of it. I believe it's a wrasse of some sort, but yes. I'll get out the book and have a look.
We're just getting a sighting on it again, so it's just gone back here. Oh, there's two of them. Yeah, it's definitely a wrasse, but I'm not sure which type of wrasse. So there's two of them, and they're yellow, and they're just sort of making their way across the sand.
Alright, there are quite a few wrasse here, so I might take a little bit, but I will be back with you in a second.
Not at all. I'll try and give you a description. So it's very wrasse-like with that snout. It's got a yellow bar running around its whole body, and it's got a darker blue patch around its eye. I am wondering whether these are juveniles of wrasse, so the adult phase could be slightly different, but I'm not sure.
So it looks like it may be an initial phase bluehead wrasse. Oh, sorry, yellowhead wrasse. But let me just double check that.
Yeah, wrasse are notoriously difficult for us to identify, and I do believe they are juvenile. It would be good if it was a new one. I did a count last night, so love dogs, this is for you. In my fish species list, we do have 100, yay! But that is including sharks and rays, because they are also fish. So one day, I would love to compare our lists and figure out exactly what fish we have seen during our live dives.
So, yeah, I can confirm that was an initial phase yellowhead wrasse.
Excellent. I think we've spoke about yellowhead wrasse before, but we probably haven't seen the juvenile phase, so awesome.
Now, Lauren, Timothy is asking for an air check.
Sure. I have 60 bar. So as you know, we always end the dive on 50. So I have 10 bar left. If there are any questions, I'm happy to answer them. If not, both Emil and I are just going to swim a little bit back in towards the reef and get ready to end the dive. I don't want to end this dive.
It has been a phenomenal dive. Well done, Lauren.
Oh, thank you, Pat. with diving as well. We come here a lot. We're at Casarina Point a lot. And we never know. Some days we come and we don't see much other than some coral, some sponge, and other days is all happening. The ocean is very unpredictable. But tomorrow is a very exciting day. It is International Paddy's Women Day, where they celebrate all the women around the world who are divers and who show their passion and love for the ocean. So we have a lot of surprises in store for you. Please do tune in to the first dive of the day, which is this one at 7 a.m. Grand Cayman time. I will be joined by many beautiful, special female divers, and we do have a surprise that does involve a mermaid. So please do tune in. It's going to be a very, very, very special one tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to being surrounded by beautiful women.
I'm sure you do. And unfortunately, Pat will be on the surface tomorrow. But I need him there. He's always my rock, my support. So Emil has just signaled to me that he has reached 50 bar, and I am almost there. So thank you, everybody. That was amazing. We saw 2 turtles, stingray, lobster, so much going on. It was a really great dive. So stay with us. We will have another dive at 11 a.m. Grand Cayman time, and Pat this time will be under water. So thank you, Emil. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, diveLIVE family. We will see you shortly.
Thank you, Lauren. What an incredible dive. I can't wait to hopefully have a just as good one. 11 a.m. Grand Cayman time. See you then.